So folks, in this bizarre world of making YouTube videos, I get emails literally every day from companies all around the world wanting to send me tat to have a look at. It's normally absolute junk from Amazon and the emails go straight in the bin. But every now and then a manufacturer gets in touch that perks my interest, and this is one of those days. I've been sent a Husky. So we're going to dive straight into this because I want to get this thing on charge so we can have a play with it. But Husqvarna is one of those brands that I've had an eye on for quite a while, and I've got a bit of a personal connection to it that I will tell you about later on. But they've released this kind of more consumer end Aspire range of products, and I'm very interested to have a look at it. So let's just see what we'll get in the box for starters, and we'll get it on charge and then we'll talk about it in a bit more detail. So we've got the charger here, more about the battery platform later because that is really quite exciting. We have got, let's have a look, 2.5 ampere hour 18 volt battery. Giant instruction manual. A thing, what's that? I think that's to hang it up. Screws and plugs. Let's see if the screws and plugs are any good. Always bin screws and plugs that come with products, but you know, this is Husqvarna. So let's see, what have we got? Oh man, no, they're rubbish. But let's have a look at this beast. So this is, it's a hedge trimmer that we're going to be looking at in this one. And this is Husqvarna Aspire H50-P4A cordless hedge trimmer. Yeah, let's get it on charge and then we'll have a chat about it. I should really have tidied up a bit first. We're all charged up. Let's put it through its paces. So, first impressions, I'm really impressed. It's nicely balanced. We've got this grip handle on the top here, which is also a safety trigger, and we've got the main trigger on the handle here. So basically, you can switch it on either by holding that and then pressing that, or holding that and then pressing that. So you can do it whichever way you want, as long as that button and that button are pressed at the same time, it should work. We've got an on-off switch on the top of the handle there, so if you come to use it and it's doing nothing, it's probably because you've forgotten to switch it on, so you literally just press that button there very briefly. What I like about this as well is that it's not a long hold that you have to do. You just briefly press it and it switches on, and a really quick press to switch it back off. I hate tools where you have to like hold your finger on it for 5 seconds to switch it on and hold your finger on it for 5 seconds to switch it off. So that wins brownie points from me. Nice design. The grip on top of the handle here is slightly rubberized, but that I think is the only rubberized grip on it. This is just plastic. I don't know, feels like ABS, but not entirely sure what that is. So that's fine. It's comfortable enough to use. Then when you come to use it, you just, obviously you take the blade guard off. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the battery off just in case I accidentally switch it on while I'm showing you all the various bits and pieces. But you take the blade guard off like that. Obviously it comes with the blade guard. And then you will notice that we've got this leaf rake on the top. And you can take the leaf rake off so that just slides off. It's just made of plastic, not particularly complicated, but very useful because it means when you're cutting kind of the top of a hedge or whatever and you want to brush the leaves off as you go, that leaf rake does a really nice job of that. But there are sometimes situations where you don't need it to be there, so it does make it a little bit lighter if you get rid of it. I think this is just made of plastic. I thought it was aluminium at first, but it's not. I think it's just plastic, but it seems quite sturdy and solid. And then you get to the blade itself. So we've got kind of an aluminium extrusion going down the middle of the blade here. And what I like as well is that we've got a protector plate on the end here. A lot of cheaper hedge cutters don't have any kind of protection plate at the end here, and the end of the blade can end up getting bashed up. But it seems to be made of solid steel on the end there, a couple of millimeters thick, but it's enough to protect the end of the blade, so that's a really nice thing to have there. I guess you could potentially hang it up from that as well. I'm not sure if that's what that hole's for on the end there. The blades themselves, both blades move kind of, not independently, but both blades move. Sometimes you just have a fixed lower blade and the upper blade just moves. But on this one, both blades kind of do that, if that makes sense. Pop the battery on and you can see that working. Probably going to run into slight kind of frame rate issues there where you can't tell that it's actually moving because it is running at quite a high speed. What's the official specs of it? It runs at 2,800 cuts per minute. And also because, let me just take the battery back off, because both blades move independently of each other, it gives you a really wide cutting diameter. Now, it can't technically cut branches that wide. The official specs suggest a maximum or recommended twig diameter of 14 millimeters, but theoretically, that's a 23 millimeter gap that you've got there. So if you're cutting softer materials and it can handle getting through the branches, it does give you that flexibility there. But you know, it is just a consumer level battery operated hedge cutter, so don't expect that it's going to get through 23 millimeter hardwood branches. But I do like that wide opening that we've got there. On the lower side of the blade, what have we got? We have just got, seems to be a steel plate that's running underneath the bottom blade by the looks of it, and then the aluminium extrusion on the top that holds the leaf rake, all nicely bolted together. I have lubricated the blade since using it, by the way. I've just put some WD-40 on, which it's not entirely clear in the instructions whether you should be doing that all the time. I'd do it as a matter of course. Every time I use the hedge cutters, once I'm finished, I put some WD-40 on just to stop rust building up on the blades. Anyway, as we work our way up, we have then got a protector plate here, just a plastic protector plate, but obviously that just prevents your hands getting anywhere near the blade while you're cutting, so you're not going to accidentally kind of move your fingers too close to the blade. And then you've got the handle, which I've already talked about. Really nice kind of comfortable grip on the handle with that big orange switch, so you can obviously use it sideways, no problem at all, because you can control it from there, or you can use it that way around. That's also fine. Look at this, I've left all the stickers on. How amateur of me. Satisfying moment. Oh yeah. And then obviously as we continue to work our way up the tool, let me just pop the leaf rake and the blade guard back on, and then I can put the battery back on it. So already mentioned that it comes with the 2.5 ampere hour 18 volt battery. We've got the battery indicator on the top there. If you try and turn the tool on while you're pressing a trigger, you'll get that little warning indicator there. It still turns on fine, but it's just, I think, to tell you that you need to wait for it to actually turn on. But as I say, it turns on pretty much instantaneously. And then once you're up and running, as I say, just press both triggers at the same time to use it. I'll just turn that back off. Nice 3-segment battery indicator as well, which is nice to see because some tools just show either a red or a green light to say whether or not the battery's working. So it's nice to know roughly how much charge you've got. And then you come around to the trigger grip at the back there. Really, really comfortable. And as I say, even if you're not going to be able to use this one-handed, obviously, because you're going to have your hand on both triggers at the same time. I'm assuming even, yeah, no matter what, you've got to have both hands on the trigger. Interestingly, while you're using it, the battery indicator goes off. I'm sure there's a scientific explanation for that, but yeah, interesting. If anyone knows why it does that, let us know down in the comments. Really nicely balanced, you know, I'm holding that with one hand there. Slight inclination for it to tip downwards. I wonder what that's like if we take the blade guard and leaf rake off. So yeah, without the blade guard and leaf rake, it's pretty well centrally balanced on that middle handle. As I say, I'll just pop those back on for safety at the moment. Maybe I should turn the tool off before doing that. Obviously it comes with the hook system for hanging it up, which I haven't actually tried that yet. I haven't decided where I'm going to be keeping this. But yeah, really nice, comfortable tool to use. It didn't feel heavy while using it, didn't feel awkward at any time. I think, you know, if there was going to be a design improvement later down the line, it might be nice to have a rubberized grip along the top here, simply because as your hands get sweaty and things, this becomes quite a slippery kind of grip on the top here. So I don't know. I guess R&D folk can look into the practicalities of that. That would just be maybe a preference from my side. So yeah, maybe a rubberized grip across the top there would be nice. But we've got a rubberized grip at the back here. I'll quickly run through the full set of specifications. So it's a 50cm blade, which is roughly 20 inches, 23mm tooth opening, but a maximum recommended twig diameter of 14mm. It weighs 3.1 kilograms, excluding the battery. It's got a brushed motor. It cuts at 2,800 cuts per minute. Double gearbox, high capacity motor. It's got the leaf catcher on it. And at the moment, it's priced at £195.99, including VAT. And that comes with a 2.5 ampere hour battery and charger. Or if you just want the bare tool, it's £133.99. So that means the 2.5 ampere hour battery works out at £62. Now, one of the really exciting things about this tool is the battery technology, because Husqvarna are part of the Power for All Alliance, and if you're not aware of what the Power for All Alliance is, it's basically a bunch of manufacturers who have got together and they're sick of batteries not being compatible between different tool brands. So by my understanding, if your battery is part of the Power for All Alliance, then this 2.5 ampere hour battery will work on any other tool that's part of the alliance. And there's a huge amount of manufacturers who are signing up to this, and it just means that you're going to be able to use this battery platform across the board with different manufacturers, which is really nice to see. I think it's Bosch who originally set up the Power for All Alliance, but it's really nice to see that obviously Husqvarna are part of that. I did mention earlier that Husqvarna are a brand quite close to my heart. A close family friend is a retired lumberjack, and he's been using their chainsaws for over 50 years. He's worked in forestry all around Northumberland, and in his words, "My favourite chainsaw is 40 years old and it just won't break." So I have every confidence their Aspire range will be a big success. So my big problem at the minute is that beyond what I've shown you, I can't put it through its paces much more than that because it's winter time and not a lot of hedges are growing, and it's like 1 degree outside. So what I will do is come springtime, once we've got some stuff to cut, I'll really put it through its paces and you'll be able to see what it can do. But first impressions, really, really nice. And the kind people at Husqvarna have also given a discount code for you lovely people if you are interested in getting one, maybe for Christmas for someone. There's a link down in the description to this product. I don't get anything from it. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that. And this isn't a sponsored video. I'm making this video entirely for free, as per usual on this channel, because I would rather give you my honest opinions of tools, and I don't want to be bound to contracts that tell me what I can and can't say about something. But if you do want to get one of these, if you use the code GOSFETH10 on checkout, you'll get 10% off. As I say, link down in the description below to the Husqvarna shop, and you can go and check out the full Aspire range of products. But yeah, first impressions, good work, seems really nice. If you do want to help the channel, don't forget to get your tape measure orders in before Christmas time, because we are stocked up at the moment, but things are selling very, very quickly. And of course, by buying stuff off our independent little shop, it helps me to make more independent reviews of really nice products like this. So folks, if you have bought one of these and you've been using it for a little while, do pop down in the comments below what your thoughts of it are as a more kind of long-term user, because as I say, this is effectively brand new. In the meantime, there's loads more tool reviews coming up, so watch this space. Don't forget to hit subscribe. As per usual, folks, look after each other, be nice to one another, and we shall see you next time. Tatty bye.